Hi, this is Corey Jeffers, tech coach at the Oshkosh Area School District, and I'm just going to go through a little bit of information about how to use the Google Drive client on your desktop. So first of all, what is the Google Drive client? Well, the Google Drive client is basically a little program that allows your computer to synchronize all types of files to Google Drive on the web. So if you have something like a Word document, let's say, you could open that in the Google Drive client, and it will actually open up in Microsoft Word instead of having to download it from the Chrome web browser. You can keep on working in the program that you're used to working in, but you can at least save those files on the web and view them from anywhere. So the main reason for this is so that you have tons and tons of space. Google just removed all of the education space limits. So we used to have about 15 or 30 gigabytes worth of space. Now we have an unlimited amount of space for educators. So you can save videos, pictures, virtually anything from there, and you'll be able to view them on any device. So let's get started, and I'll show you some of the differences here. So first of all, if I go over to Google Drive inside of my browser. So right now I'm in Google Drive, where most of us are pretty used to viewing things in Google Drive from this area. If I go into here and I want to view a file that normally cannot be opened in Google Drive, I have to download it. So if I click on one of these here, this is a Smart Notebook document, and if I'm viewing it through the browser, it asks me to download this document. And that can be problematic because every single time that I push download right here, I'll show you what happens here. This particular document now is going to, I'll save it to my desktop or just my downloads for now. This particular document then is going to download, and in fact, it downloads a copy of this. So now there is a copy on my Google Drive from September 15th, and now there's a copy on my computer that is from today. And so we have to be careful of that, because now I'm going to have two different versions of that. If I open this document right now and try to edit it, it will not be synchronized back to Google Drive the way that I've just done it here, because I have not used the Google Drive client. So the Google Drive client helps us to make sure that the one that I'm looking at online here and the one that I'm viewing on my computer are the most updated versions, and they're the exact same version, in fact, of that file. So let's go through this to make it a bit more concrete. So I'm going to go ahead and just minimize Google Chrome, and I'm on my district desktop PC right now, and that's where the Google Drive client will work. You can also use it on a Mac, but most of us have these desktop PCs, so I'm going to go ahead and use it there. And that's going to make this communicate a little bit better with the Chromebook as well. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. So at Oshkosh, you'll go to All Programs, and then you'll scroll down and go to Microsoft System Center, and then you'll go to the Software Center. Click on that. When you go to the Software Center, you have a list of approved applications that you can download that are not necessary for your computer, but they can help you with lots of different things. So we're going to use Google Drive in this case, and we're going to go ahead and install that selected document, or that file rather. So when you install Google Drive client, this has to be done from each of the computers that you work on. So if you do it on your desktop computer in your classroom, the one that's connected to your smartboard, that computer will have the Google Drive client ready for you each time that you log in. However, if you go and work on a computer that's in a computer lab and you have not installed the Google Drive client on that particular computer, you will not be able to use the Google Drive client. You'll still be able to use Google Drive in the browser like you're used to, but you will not have access to the Google Drive client. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and I've downloaded that. Now you can see on my desktop I now have these little applications: Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. If I open up one of those, it's just going to make a new Google document for me, very much like if I were to click on Microsoft Word, it would make a new Microsoft Word document for me. So what I'm most interested in, though, is going to Start and then going to All My Programs and clicking on Google Drive here. When I click on Google Drive here, there's a little Google Drive triangle with 3 colors in it. I'm going to go ahead and click on that one because that's the one that's of most value to me. So when I click on that, that opens up the Google Drive client, which you'll notice down in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen down here, I now have a little Google Drive symbol, and this Welcome to Google Drive is the first thing that pops up. So I'm going to go ahead and push Get Started. And then it asks me to log into my account. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account. And I'll also have to log into my single sign-on for Oshkosh in just a second. So I'm going to copy my name right there to make that a little easier. So very much like you're in a browser, you would have to do the same thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into my single sign-on and then push login. And what this is telling me right now is that Google Drive is actually going to make a folder that sits on my Windows Explorer area. So just like I used to have desktop downloads and documents, I'm also going to have a folder that is called Google Drive very shortly here. So if I'm used to using this to transfer files and drag them around, I'm going to be doing the same thing there, except this little folder here is now going to be synchronized with my Google Drive account that I can view through the browser on any device. So let's go ahead and make that happen. I'm going to go ahead and push next and go through the rest of this. This also tells me that I can get these applications on my phone. There's a Google Drive app on the phone, on an iPad, an iPod, all kinds of stuff. So I can be able to view these files from virtually any device. I can also actually share directly from this viewer. So the Windows Explorer viewer, I'll be able to right-click very shortly and be able to push share, and it will say Google Drive on there. Right now it doesn't because I haven't quite installed it all the way. But it's just giving you some screenshots of how this stuff's going to work. So now I've gone ahead and I've pushed next, and I'm going to push done. And right now, you'll notice that your screen flickers a little bit, and then a new window pops up, and you can see I'm in the Windows Explorer window as I'm used to, and I have my Google Drive right here. And right now it looks like it's going to be blank, and it will be for just a short period of time because it is going through the process of synchronizing these files. So I can see down here that I have Google Drive Sync that's currently running, and I have about 2,000 documents in the Oshkosh Area School District already after about a month and a half of working here. And right now you can see it flying through all those documents, and it's currently synchronized 64 of those documents out of nearly 2,000. Any of the ones that have a little check mark next to them that are green, that means that that one has already been synchronized. If it has a different symbol on it, which is a blue one that actually kind of looks like this one here, and it's blue and it has two arrows, that means it's currently in the process of synchronizing. So I don't have to sit here and wait for all this stuff to happen. I can keep on moving about my day and minimize that and just kind of let it go, and that will eventually open up my or synchronize all of my Google Drive files that I normally view through this area. So what's the major benefit then again of trying to actually put this on my computer? Well, let's say I've got some documents here from the past. Let me go ahead and go open to my my H drive here in from the Oshkosh Area School District. They give me about 1 gigabyte of space. So I have about 5 documents on this drive, and currently that drive is already getting to be pretty full. So that drive right now is it's a good percentage already full, and I only have 5 documents. Well, again, I have unlimited space in my Google Drive, so I can take, for example, this Microsoft Word file that I have here from 2 years ago, and I have a notebook file from this year, and a PowerPoint file from last year, and a video from this year, and I can take all of those right now, and if I just click and highlight, click and drag, I highlight all the files that I want, and I just go ahead and drag all of those files over to Google Drive. And once I've dragged those over to Google Drive, it copies those files from my H drive into Google Drive. And I'm going to start noticing those files are actually going to be available for me in my Google Drive folder. So if I click on Google Drive, I'll start to be able to see those documents, and you can see one of them right here that says Microsoft Word file from 2 years ago, and it has the little blue arrow right there because it's currently in the process of synchronizing. Let me change my view here a little bit and give you some larger icons so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. I have my spreadsheet from 2009 right here that's in the process of synchronizing. So when I open these files from Google Drive in my computer here through the Google Drive client, these documents will actually open up in Google, sorry, not in Google Drive rather, but in the corresponding application. So this one will open up in Microsoft Excel. This one will open up in Microsoft Word. So let me go ahead and double click on this Microsoft Word file just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So if I click on that Microsoft Word document, even though it's coming from Google Drive, it's actually going to open up in Microsoft Word. I don't know actually what this file is, but I think it's from DPI, so I guess we'll have a nice surprise. Oh yay, look at that. It's my completion certificate for DPI for mandatory reporting of child maltreatment. Okay, so anyway, if this particular file were something that I wanted to change in Microsoft Word, I could take the a portion of that file and change that document. Let's say right now I want to enter my name into there. I could go ahead and delete that stuff and then go ahead and enter a name into there. And I'm editing in Microsoft Word as I'm comfortable with, and I go ahead and change that name, and then I just go up here and push save. And when I save that, it saves this right back to Google Drive in this area here, and it will start talking to Google Drive on the web, and that Microsoft Word file from 2 years ago now suddenly becomes something that I can view from anywhere. So let's go and see if we can find it on the web. And I'll go search for it through the web here, and very shortly, it might take a little while because I have 2,000 documents, but it might take a little while for that to actually synchronize and be available for me on the web. But very shortly, I'll be able to get that Microsoft document through here. Let me try it one more time just to see if it's in the process or if it's actually finished. Doesn't look like it's quite done just yet because it's still in the process of synchronizing all of my my documents. But I will be able to view it on the browser here and view it through a Chromebook. And I can continue to edit it on Microsoft Word, so I do not actually need to convert this file over to a Google document in order to be able to open it up from anywhere. So that's the major benefit of this. Again, I can do that with Smart Notebook documents, so that when I open up my Smart Notebook documents, I'm opening them here, and they open in Smart Notebook, and I save them right back to Google Drive, and then I can get them from my Chromebook, from my iPhone, or anywhere else, and I can share them with anybody as well. All right, I hope you found this helpful. Please let me know if you have questions, and happy synchronizing.